I don't mess with guys who don't eat kitty kitty meow meow, because one time I went out with this guy who was a promoter, and he was like, hey, I want to take you out on a date. And I was like, cool, that's what's up. So I had him meet me at the Jaspers in Largo because I don't like people trying to come to my house because I'm a thief. And so he met me at Jaspers. And when we go to Jaspers, I was like, okay, where do you want to go? And he was like, oh, I want to go to the spot in College Park.
She talking to us like we know where these places are. Jasper, where the fuck is that? That's like a software, isn't it?
So we go to College Park, and the spot is really his house. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't mind it because I'm ovulating and I'm feeling like a dog at this point. So we get into his room, and we're chilling, we're touching, and everything like that. So I lean back so he can start eating kitty kitty meow meow.
You don't even know this dude, and you're at his house? Girl, what the hell we doing? Oh, let's go to this place down the street in Jasper. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, it's my house.
I'm ovulating and I'm feeling like a dog at this point. So we get into his room, and we're chilling, we're touching, and everything like that. So I lean back so he can start eating kitty kitty meow meow. And he was like, oh no, I don't do that unless you're my girl. So I'm instantly turned off and I'm annoyed. So I'm like, yeah, I want to go home. And he's like, oh, all right, like, hold on. And he goes into the next room. And then when I look to my right, I peep that there's a whole bunch of money because he's a little fake promoter. So I decide to take a stack of money that's off the top, put in my purse, and I just leave his apartment. And I start booking it because the apartment, the way it was shaped, the building, the way it was shaped, it was like it was locked unless somebody let you down or whatever. But I took the steps and then somebody let me out. So then I started booking it all the way to a hotel that was like up at the corner. And then I called an Uber from there, and I got home. And then he texted me and was like, oh, you're wild for that, for leaving. And then he texted me a little bit later and was like, hey, did you take some money from my house?
Not her scamming the scammer. He wouldn't go down there and lick his plate clean. So you were like, you know what? I'm going to steal all your money. How about that? You don't want to lick this? Well, I'm going to hit a lick on you. If you don't know what that means, that's ghetto terminology for I'm going to steal from you.
Anything. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna just check the cameras. So then I blocked him, and then he texted me from a text now number, and he was like, you just told on yourself, I don't even have cameras, but that's how I know you did it, and that's why I'm gonna get somebody to come F you up. But I was like, find me. And I knew he wasn't gonna be able to find me. So then 2 weeks later, I go on a new date, and I have the guy meet me at Jasper's, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna go to this cute little quick kickback. We go to the kickback, and then lo and behold, he knows the guy, or they're in the same circle. So the little promoter is there, and so he starts spazzing on me or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like acting like I don't know this guy. I'm like, someone please get this black guy away from me. I'm so scared. I'm trying to pull the whole light skin in distress type situation. And it totally worked because the guy I was with was like, oh, he tripping. So the dude grabs my purse. But lo and behold, that was my favorite rainbow purse. And it had nothing but my rainbow lip gloss and an ID that was expired. And so he's just like, yeah, like he just snatched the purse thinking I would have money in it. But I never carry money when I go on a date because why would I? So I'm just crying and I'm like, let's leave. So I get the guy to leave.
Can we just talk about this woman's storytelling skills? Like, I'm completely locked into what she's saying. I'm so invested.
And he's like, what was that about? And I was like, that's the guy that's been stalking me. And I'm so upset because I had my money in there. You remember I was supposed to go to the bank. So I'm trying to like low-key gaslight this man and make him remember that I told him I needed to go to the bank before I date, which I did say that, but I had already went to the bank. So he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I need that money for my son. I can't believe he has that. Can you go back and fight on my honor? So the guy was low-key a scary person. So he was like, nah, but he was like, you know what, I'm gonna help you out. So he goes to the ATM and then he comes back with a measly $600, and he was like, this is all I got. So I'm just like, oh man, I guess I'll make it work. I'm gonna figure something out. So I just started bawling, crying. So he felt bad. So I didn't even want him to touch me. So he was like, where can I drop you off at? I was like, hey, take me home. Low key, it wasn't my house. It was another guy's house that I really liked, and I was gonna go chill with him.
What are we doing here, girl? You better get yourself shot. She is a professional finesser. What is happening? How many dudes are you fucking with? See, listen. All right. First of all, let's not date promoters and drug dealers. I'm not saying promoters and drug dealers are on the same level, but usually promoters are into some fucking weird scammy shit. You mess with those dudes, now his friend is maybe a drug dealer and his other friend's part of the cartel and his other friend's a scammer, and he's like, what the fuck? Now you're gang affiliated, and then you're wondering what's going on. Why is this man beating me? So yeah, let's not date these men.
So he dropped me off at the other guy's house, and I go there and I have fun. And then I wake up to like text messages of the guys like, yo, you're a lying ass bitch, all this stuff. And he was like, bro, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna beat you up, all this stuff. And I was like,
what I tell you, you start messing with certain dudes, now they just They just want to fight. I'm gonna beat your ass. What dudes out here fighting women? If you're a dude fighting a woman, you are a bitch ass dude. That's some little dick energy.
Catch me if you can, LOL, because they were just going to go to the other guy's house. They weren't even coming to my house. So then I just went back home, and then they kept like texting my phone, and I blocked them both, but then they started texting me from text now numbers, and I was just like, leave me alone. I don't know either of you Negroes. And then the other
Why she say it like that, man? I don't know any of you Negroes. Stay your ass over there. Thank you so much.
promoter guy started texting me, and I was just like, well, this wouldn't never happen if you eat kitty kitty meow meow. So yeah, that's why I don't like guys who don't eat kitty kitty meow meow, because they're crazy.
But I think you might be a little crazy too. All right. But here's the thing with the kitty kitty meow meow eat. I'm willing to do that shit. Listen, if you're a dude and you don't eat the kitty kitty meow meow, what? Why? You don't want to please your woman?
I would say I'm a pretty well-dressed, accessorized individual, right? And recently, I've been seeing a guy who is a little fashionista, to say the very least, right? So we go to a food festival, you know, I'm there looking all cute with my new Sambas, you know, my little PacSun skirt. I have my little, what is it, like 9 West purse. And we pull up, and he pulls out a Dior saddlebag. And I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't
Oh my gosh, she's the slowest storyteller of all time. I'm about to fall asleep. Get to it.
say anything to him, you know, because good for him, you know, you got the money, you got the accessories, you do that. But I'm like, am I gonna be outdressed in this relationship? Like, I've never felt in competition with the guy that I'm seeing. Like, it's healthy competition, because I'm like, ooh, like, he can dress. I never have to worry. Like, I've had boyfriends where I'd be looking real cute, and, you know, they'd be wearing fucking joggers.
That used to be me. This was I was like 21. I was really young. The woman I was with, she's all looking good, nice dress and everything. And then there's me with some sweatpants on. Is that a red flag, or is it a red flag if the guy is out dressing the woman? He's trying to be too pretty. He's spending more time in the bathroom than you, doing his makeup and shit.
I feel like this is a really good, healthy competition. Can I compete money-wise? Probably not. But you ain't gonna out-accessorize me, sir. That's just not allowed. I need to step up my game. Ooh, and then we're walking, right? And I hear a lady yell out. She goes, oh my god, I love your shirt. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. I didn't notice her staring at me at all. But I must have, like, glanced and gave her, like, a look or something. But I was like, oh, thank you. And he looks at me. And he's wearing one of those, you know, nice little knit cutoff shirts where his muscles are showing. And he's like, you or me? And I kind of look at him, and the lady heard him, and she was like, oh no, your shirt's cute too, dude. And I'm like laughing, and I'm like,
this guy think he's the princess of the relationship. He's like, my shirt looks good. She talking about me or you? Period. Yeah, that might be a red flag. That dude might be gay. I don't know. Maybe not, though. Maybe he just likes to dress nice. He likes to look good. And nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I dress up real nice. I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling myself. But 99% of the time, I'm dressed like a bum. Okay? Because, listen, I ain't got nobody to impress. Unless I'm with a woman I really like, then I'll dress up for her. But other than that, listen, I'm going to be comfortable. I would like to remind you guys that I do have a Patreon where I teach women how to better understand men, but more importantly, how to get the man that you want and attract the men who are not club promoters and who are not drug dealers. How to step into your feminine energy. It is called The Feminine Edge. It's my Patreon private community. If you would like to learn more about that, I'll leave a link in the description, or you can go to the link in my bio on YouTube. Have a good day. Peace.